Hi there, everyone. How you doing? Jeff C. here. Wednesday, October the 8th, and of course, Wednesday means we'll do it live. The Real Alternative Podcast tonight at 9 p.m. on Red Pill, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Red Pill Revolution's main channel. Please don't miss it, and if you can, send the word out. We want to get as many people tuning into this show as possible because we have crucial information dealing with the Ebola, PSYOP, and ISIS, and everything else that's going on, including something that completely flew under the radar this week in Canada, a massive media takeover that's being conducted, and wouldn't you know it, I mean, the amount of all the media in Canada is run by a very small handful of corporations. Now that handful gets even smaller. These corporations, of course, get even bigger, and their control grid grows, and their ability to brainwash and use their outlets, their tentacles as propaganda is at its zenith right now. This is something that every Canadian should be 100% against. This is just criminal in my opinion. You cannot have a few people controlling all the media in a country the size of Canada. It is just out of this world. It's so disgusting. But of course, we have the exact same thing in the United States, where you have about 6 corporations that run the entire news media, and they're all on board. They all attend the Bilderbergs. They're all on board with the New World Order. Well, so is the Canadian media. These Jewish corporations that run all the media in Canada, and just absolutely brainwash people on a daily freaking basis. I look at the Canadian media and I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I mean, it's so awful here. Then, of course, I just go to CNN and I'll just die of laughter because it's just unbelievable how obvious the propaganda is. But here they try to be a little bit more subtle, but they don't succeed at all. It's the same monsters that run our media. So here, coming courtesy off of Max Resistance via our good friend up north of the 49. Thank you so much, friend. I will post a link for this below. Everyone should check out this article and subscribe to maxresistance.com, which is always putting up very important information. So while everyone was focused on the Ebola fear factor in the press over the virus, the corporation propaganda has been in full spring, brokering a deal over Canadian major media outlets, the National Post, or the Post Media. Post Media is the name of the corporation that runs the National Post. And then those of you who are unfamiliar, the National Post is one of the 2 daily national papers in Canada, so it's coast to coast in Canada. And it is absolute 110% garbage, propaganda, manure, crap. I mean, it is just one of the worst papers in the world, but there are so many terrible papers out there, so they aren't quite competition. But all these papers now being owned by the same corporation, of course, it is so utterly Orwellian and scary, yet it just flies right under the radar here in Canada. So the National Post... the Post media has agreed on a price and has purchased 175 newspapers wide in Canada, along with data and digital media. And they're saying that they're going to wait for the Media Fair Competitions Regulatory Body, which I'm sure they run. We faced one of the largest journalistic takeovers in Canadian history for the price of a song and a dance. I think it was $175 million or something. While Sun Media had traded for well over $1 billion just a few years ago, this deal has been a small amount by comparison. That's what I'm saying. I read $175 million. Many of Canada's well-known media outlets are umbrellaed under Sun Media, who has always been a fierce competitor editorially against the Post Media. Well, forget about that now, because that is done. Canada can no longer expect fair and proper journalistic view with integrity inside our borders. In fact, I hate to disagree, 49. This has been like this forever. Canada has never had fair and proper journalistic integrity in our borders, not even for a microsecond. So, but that's just a minor disagreement on that. One world government, one world view, one world rule. It's a sad day for Canada. Fair and free press, or competition thereof, has gone by the wayside and silenced this day. Yes, indeed, she's got a number of videos here to show what is going on and to expose this whole takeover. And this is just criminal. No way it should be allowed. If there was anything, I mean, we're supposed to outlaw monopolies and shit like that. I mean, that's what the modern, present-day free enterprise capitalism is supposed to be. Well, it's nothing of the sort. We have monopolies that are taking over everything. Hey, what's a good example of monopoly, Jeff? I don't know. How about Google? Yeah, how about Google? Yeah, that's a horrible monopoly that suppresses the freedom of information, that censors all the important channels. All the garbage rises to the top on Google. Well, it's exactly the same with this massive media takeover. I can't even begin to describe how terrible the media is here. It just, I don't know. As I said, I don't know whether to laugh or cry when I open up a newspaper here. It just boggles the mind how awful the media has become. And yeah, it's worse now than it ever has been. And Canadians need to wake up. I mean, we wake them up. They're drinking Tim Hortons all day, but they're fucking completely 100% asleep. If you don't realize how evil this is, if you don't realize how terrible this is, if you're still reading these newspapers thinking that you're actually getting real news, you are a fucking fool. I tell you, I read the Grope and Fail. The Grope and Fail for me is for laughs. Right? That's it. It's for laughs. It's absolute fucking garbage. And the National Post is every bit as terrible as the Grope and Fail. Forget about it, Canada. You cannot trust your media. You cannot trust it for a microsecond. I hope that you share this video, and I hope Canadians take heart and note of exactly what's going on. You must completely abandon any of these media outlets for good. I mean, abandon them. Never give them your money. Never buy their subscriptions. Never pay for their online garbage. Turn away. Hey, Free Radio Revolution is a pretty good source. Why don't you stick with me and all the people I work with? Forget about these jokers. Go to Max Resistance up north of the 49th, Red Pill Revolution. We're not going to fucking take you for a ride. We're not working for some nasty corporation that's trying to manipulate your minds on every single thing that's going on, including the whole Ebola psyop. So thank you very much for listening. Please share this video and make sure you subscribe. Thank you.